Hey there, welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. I am starting my channel again. So, my name's Fairlight. I'm actually at work. I work at a one-stop hippie shop in downtown Asheville called Instant Karma. So, if you find yourself in Instant Karma, come on in and see me. I can do a palm reading as well as a tarot reading or an astrology natal chart, whatever. But for now, let's just do a Capricorn reading. I'm picking Capricorn because I have a lot of Capricorn energy and Jupiter just moved into our sign, and that's what I was told. So, of course, I've called to guides and angels and la-da-da protection. And I was shuffling cards and got some sneak peeks, and then I just pulled this aside. And so we've got the World card and we've got the Ace of Swords. So I guess we're just going to get right into it. But I'm going to start shuffling and do a little bit more. But I want to talk about the sneak peeks I was given while I was looking. And it was really about, what are you clinging to, man? Because there's some situations that some people are in. And I think maybe you're hanging on out of fear. But if you really look at it, all they got for you is knives in the back, man. And so, stick around, I love these cards. Stick around if you want to, but if they have put knives in your back and they've shown you all they've got for you is knives, don't expect things to change. They're not going to. Don't be afraid to let go and start something new. So, I love this deck. I'm using the Winged Angel Tarot. I've had it for so long, I don't know who it's by. But I love this Temperance card. It's one of my favorite Temperance cards because it's like, it's like a slap in the face kind of thing, but it's a new way of balance. It's a new way of whoa, seeing what really isn't for you. And I like that she's splashing this water on her face. And on the one hand, it's like, wake up and see what you haven't been seeing. On the other hand, it's a refreshing thing, and then she uses her own hair to filter and catch what really is hers. So it's not like run away from life and get rid of, everything. It's just drop whatever's blocking you from your truth. And so I keep seeing strong swords energy, but they're strong swords energies. They're not debilitating. But it's about speaking your truth. Holy shit, we've just got cards falling out. So kind of what they're saying is, keep your balance. Two of Spheres, maintain your balance. So it's like letting go of shit, but hanging on to what I'm getting is don't just drop everything and jump off the cliff. Although you've got the Fool. It's maintain your balance and little by little release things. And then, but start allowing yourself to move in the direction of your own brilliance. And so you've got the Sun card and the Fool card. So this is brilliant beginnings. And so, then I'm getting a lot of information here, so trying to focus. I call it Airy Fairy Tarot for a reason. It's not just cute. So I like that, keeping your balance while the sun is shining on this new adventure, some new direction that's coming for you. But it's interesting because the Wheel of Fortune was underneath the Sun card, but it's reversed. So I feel like what that's saying is things are shifting. Things are shifting. The sun being on top of it is really nice, Things are shifting, but you're cycling out old energy. And again, I feel like it's saying, be patient, maintain your balance. Don't be afraid to let go of what's not serving you, but don't drop everything at once and just rush off into something. Start slowly moving towards what feels right to your soul. I'm all about nourishing your soul, man. But understand that it's a lot like when you are claiming your reality and you're understanding that you do create your reality. Your thoughts create your reality. Your emotions create your reality. Your vibe creates your reality, but we've got all kinds of stuff going on, and there's a lot of shifting going on, and that's why I chose Capricorns now. All the fucking shit that's going on right now, and everybody is talking about all of the astrology, but currently, we've got Pluto, we've got Saturn, we've got the South Node, now we've got Venus, and we've got Jupiter. Whoa! And so I feel like all this energy is like, I know myself personally, before Jupiter shifted into our sign, I had been so depressed and so tired, and all I've wanted to do is sleep. And life has been like, all right, sleep, be depressed, process it all out. And now all of a sudden this shift happens, and I'm like, whew, I want to do something. And now it's like, oh my gosh, I've been resting, and everything, like the laundry piled up, everything's piled up. I've got to get everything done at once, and it's easy to get overwhelmed. And then to have this soul's purpose calling you, like, get going, get going, get going. And it's like, it's almost like immobilizing, because there's so many directions that you want to go in all at once. So keep your balance. I'm so glad this card's underneath that one. Stay vigilant, stay. Sorry, I've got messages popping up, of course, but it all matters. Stay vigilant, stay true to yourself, protect yourself. Then we've got the Empress underneath that. So I'm going to let some of these cards hang out and just look. But again, I call it Airy Fairy Tarot for a reason, but bear with me. When things are shifting, it's easy to get overwhelmed and be like, oh my gosh, I've got to take care of this. I've got to take care of this. I've got to take care of this. And then it can be immobilizing. And then you just get on Facebook. Or pick up a book or whatever it is, and just get lost. And it doesn't get anything done, and that can lead to frustration. And so I think the point of this particular message is the sun's about to come into our sign, pretty soon. And I think that illumination is going to just, with all this other stuff in there, it's going to shine a light on, I feel like it's a truth of like, this is who I am, this is what I want, and I'm not going to be happy pretending to do something that just because it's secure, it's just not satisfying, I'm not here just to not be satisfied. We're powerful. We're awakening to that power. And so let that light grow. Let the light just grow bigger and bigger and don't lose sight of that joy. Don't lose sight of what brings you joy. Don't lose sight of that passion. Yes, you need to maintain, keep that balance going. And while your love is growing again for who you are and what you're about and your passion, your ideals, a lot of times once we start really shifting our reality to align ourselves with our truth, reality out here, as we shift reality in here, reality out here will mirror that shift. And a lot of times, first, not so great things will show up because this is a mirror of what we're clearing out in here. So if you can just stay present, I tap right here all the time. I'm always like, prime reality is here. Prime reality is here. Deep breath, prime reality is here. Tap your third eye, prime reality is here. Touch your throat. I give myself permission to speak my truth. Prime reality is here. Tap your heart. Deep breath, prime reality is here. Tap right here again. Activate that endocrine system. Prime reality, get yourself flooded with positive, loving chemicals and stuff, It's good psychedelic. So it looks like you're going to be cycling out a lot of like energy that doesn't feel very comfortable. And it could come in the forms of like depression or personally, I've been feeling a lot of depression, feeling a lot of nostalgia, even though the nostalgia I'm feeling when I go back to the reality of it, I'm like, well, there's a reason why I moved away from that. So keep that in mind, that you are where you are, and maybe it isn't, maybe it hasn't quite manifested as you thought you'd be Like I catch myself saying that sometimes. I thought I'd be further along by now. But look at the progress you've made in the last few years. Look at the progress you have made, and give yourself some credit. If you made changes, 2, 3, 5 years ago or whatever, look at the changes you've made. And then, just give yourself the benefit of the doubt. Where would my life be if I hadn't made those changes? And then come back to gratitude. Oh, I'm so grateful I did this, and I'm so grateful I did this, and I'm so grateful I stopped doing this. And just, breathe that in and understand that you are moving in a new direction. It's destiny. Like I said, you've got the Empress card here, you've got the Sun card here, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, though it's reversed, but the Sun is on top of it. So again, I'll just repeat a little bit, and then you've got the Fool. I feel like this new journey, this new cycle, and I didn't put it out, but yeah, we started out with the World card. The World, and then we've got the Fool and the Sun. So I don't know if there's much more I need to say. I know I saw some cards. I saw the Emperor reversed, and here we've got the Empress upright. And I didn't put the Emperor reversed out, but I think it's worth meriting. We are going through a major shift. We are shattering the old paradigm of imbalance. We are shattering an old paradigm, and we embody that shattering. We're all being shattered. And I'm sure many of us have already been through so much shattering. But just breathe through it, and maybe you're done shattering for the most part. But even that growth can be like, it's just all shifting. It's all a shift, and I like to think about an activated seed. You take an activated seed. If you lay it on the ground, it might grow, but it might burn up in the sun, or it might, it just might be too vulnerable to the weather conditions or whatever. But you plant it in the ground, you put it in that dark earth, and it starts to receive nourishment and nutrients. So we've been all in this like darkness, like what in the hell, and then we get this activation from within or from without, whatever it is, but we get activated, and then we have to shatter that outer shell. And that shattering is just so dramatic, even though we feel like this impulse to grow, it's like, I feel so lost, and the shattering happens, and you still find yourself in the darkness, that activation keeps happening, and you grow. And then I think about, there's some plants, once the seeds shatter that shell, they die. They can't handle the drama. But there are so many that keep going and keep growing. And then they hit through that surface, and they come into the light for the first time. And some plants die. They can't handle the drama. They can't handle the change. But there are so many that begin to thrive. So, and even then, they're just shaped by situations, circumstances, and they allow the information that comes. It's like it's all a co-creative experience, Some trees, they get shaped by the wind, they get shaped by the other energies around them, whether they be rocks or streams or other trees or whatever. And it's this beautiful, slow dance that they do with their surroundings to not only be affected by what is around them, but also to create an effect. And their vibration creates an impact on everything and everyone around them, And while they're growing up, they're also growing, they're putting their roots deeper down. So that came through, if you feel like you're at a place, maybe you've been putting some roots down, and now it's time to really let the environment you find yourself in, let it start to shape you. Let the music shape you. Let the whatever it is, let the nature shape you. But through that, I just feel like it's a good opportunity to heal that broken heart. And you heal that broken heart by aligning yourself. I feel like music is such a big thing. I love the music they're playing out there. Is that widespread panic? I don't know. Heal your broken heart by aligning yourself. Having no reins on other people, even though this card has reins. I don't believe the Chariot has reins. Have no reins on anybody. If somebody wants to go in that direction, don't let it pull your card over. Bless them and release them, you know. I honor you as a free being. Follow your own path. Anybody goes in that direction, it might hurt a little bit. It might break your heart. But it's a good time to focus on what you're about. You've got this something new is just calling to your soul. It's time to remember what you're here for. Remember your truth. And if you don't know what it is, get a notebook and write things down. What are my talents? What are my gifts? What are my dreams? What are my goals? What are my passions? What do I want to create? What do I want to experience? And it can be a specific thing, or it can be like the feeling of it, you know? What is my joy? What is my bliss? And focus on it and let yourself shine, you know? Stop being so humble. Stop feeling like people aren't going to like you if you're as brilliant as you know yourself to be. You're brilliant. You're Capricorn, man. You're brilliant. Let your sun shine. People need to hear your voice right now. Stop worrying what other people think because, all right, I wrote a song a long time ago. I won't sing the whole thing because I don't remember it all. But it goes like this. Be afraid and then do it anyway. Face your fears, yeah, that's how the game is played. It's your life, so what you gonna do? Do what you like, you got nothing to prove. Don't worry about someone telling you who you're supposed to be. Stay true to yourself and you just might set that someone free. Stay true to yourself and you just might set that someone free. I held back for so long and it got me nowhere. Can't live to please other people. You'll never be free if you're living to please them. You're creating your world if you know it or not, so you might as well know it. What you gonna make it today? Live for today. Are you ready to play? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. All right? So align with your truth. Follow your bliss. Let your soul shine, baby. And just shine and shine and shine. You've had enough broken hearts. Get out there. All right. Once again, my name's Fairlight. This is Airy Fairy Tarot. Love and blessings to you. Bye.